That sounds good. No, I mean, we've spoken quite extensively and talked about the climate change strategy. This is really just to confirm that we're now intending to go out for public consultation in parallel with the LTP, and also the recommendation that we set up a working group of elected members.
Are there any questions? Mike, then Yanni.
Sorry, just quickly, so there's no risk of this not being ready to go out for consultation? Confident that it'll be already in?
It will be already.
Cool, excellent.
We're well down the track with the development. We've got a really, close to a final draft, which we met with Sarah recently, and we're just incorporating some final feedback, and then we'll share that with councillors next year, early next year.
Okay, thank you. And the other one, 5.17 on page 56, it says, following councillor feedback, staff will also consider opportunities for further stakeholder. So, will you do it or not?
We've had some discussions. We don't intend to do any more sort of formal pre-engagement. We've talked through, we're maintaining contact with we call it the technical advisory group, but there's good membership of that across youth, academia, unions representation, the Chamber of Commerce. So we are keeping them informed, and following the last briefing, we've asked for their feedback on some of the modelling work. So we will, continue to engage through our networks, rather than any other formal engagement.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Yanni.
Yeah, thanks. I was just seeing in the report under 5 points. It's just under 7.1, cost to implement. Approved the cost of establishing the working group will be met from existing budgets. Expected to be low and would be met within existing budgets. Funding source, existing operational budgets. But given how much pressure we've had on our budgets, can you at least give us some sense of what the cost anticipated will be?
So the cost of the working group would effectively be staff time. So there's no other additional costs of establishing a working group.
So just be clear, this doesn't include the costs of actually dealing with climate change and any additional work for other policies and things as part of this.
Yeah, I know, but we've just been told that we've got to reduce the number of meetings. We've got other parts of the organisation telling us that we don't have resource and capacity to get stuff done. We're now doing something new, but we don't have any sense of the financial cost, but also actually what other things may get deferred if we agree. I mean, I'm not against it, but I just think we should have visibility about how this can actually be delivered in our current financial situation, because
So staff have given us advice that it is able to be done within current budgets. Emma, do you know if there's anything that will be bumped to be able to do this?
No, we wouldn't envisage that. I mean, it is staff time, but we are spending that time already really in our liaison and preparation for presenting to this committee and council. So it will just be a more formalised arrangement of a working group where staff and elected members to get together. So it won't have any impact on other work.
So things like the grey water, sustainability of water supply, which I'm told we don't have resource to do. Things like that are not going to impact on strategy and planning. That's not going to get delayed more because of this.
Different staff. They're different staff.
Are they? Which staff is that? Strategy and planning?
So this is in the strategic policy team, so the natural environment team. So it would be myself and members from the policy team and natural environment team.
Yeah. So cool. Well, the only other thing I wanted to check is this is really good and it's really important. And I'm just concerned that a number of council-controlled organisations and companies are doing their own thing. Is there any ability to come up with a joint strategy across our council companies around how we respond to climate change, so that we seem to be on the same page, but also not surprising each other or having a more consistent approach. And I'm just mindful of the deputations we heard last week from certain people, groups that are mentioned in here, around their concern at what was going on, and it did seem a bit disconnected. So I just wondered if there's any thought to what we can do to get a more joint up approach with our council organisations and companies.
I mean, we absolutely recognise that we are going to need to do this in partnership with the community and as well as our other CCHO companies. I think we've shared the strategy with them, and they've participated in workshops and had input into that. So I think there will always be tensions in terms of some of the competing kind of priorities, but that is just something we will need to tackle as part of addressing climate change. One, I think there's really good opportunities. So we are talking with Orion, and we see that some of the work that they are doing around measurement and offsetting. So we are very much ensuring kind of sharing expertise and working closely with those companies.
Jimmy?
Regarding to the consultation, I remember every council strategic document, when the draft has been ready, always to establish those every panel, to listen to those, review all those written submission or oral submission. But now we established a kind of working group. So what's the difference regarding to this between these?
No, so the consultation will go out in parallel with the LTP, and we will hear the submissions. We still need to work out with the hearings team exactly how that will form. The working group is separate to that. We would like to get a working group set up and established so that we can get that input and ideas as we develop the strategy and on some of the current work that we are doing. So the working group is intended to sort of oversee and have oversight of the implementation of the climate change strategy. So it's more than just hearing the submissions.
Yeah, but the consultation will still have organized a hearing panel.
I would envisage we'll have a hearings panel. We just need to talk, yes,
absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
So we just need to speak with Megan Pearce about how that will fit in. But yes, there will be a hearings panel to hear the submissions on the strategy.
Okay, but didn't mention in here.
No, we will come back when we present the final draft strategy for approval.
Yes.
We'll then provide some more detail and information on the hearings process.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, are there any further questions? If not, do I have a mover for the report? Mike and Jimmy. Okay, is there any debate? No? Oh, Tim?
Yeah, thank you. I think that just the consultation with the communities is really important, because we've got to take everybody with us, and if we don't take the community with us and it becomes a council climate, then that's kind of going to miss the point. So yeah, I think it's really good. And thank you very much for the work you've done.
Thank you.
Jimmy?
Yeah, that's very crucial. Particularly council already declared this city is kind of climate change and also technology emergence in the city. So the strategy is very, very the crucial and important. So we look forward to this draft that will be ready in February next year, starting at the same time. And also, council would like to organize, study those wider. I would like to, yeah. It's wider than those kind of working group, and through all the regular and formal consultation process. So we look forward to this document can leading us to fully the comply with all and the implementation of the climate change, the emergency declaration. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. And with that, I will put it. All in favour, please say aye. Any against? I declare that carried. Katie and Emma, thank you so much for your work on this.
Thank you.
Okay, now we move to the community loan scheme.